Good evening. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to continue the study of international logistics. My name is Philip. I'd like to invite you to subscribe this channel. If you enjoyed the video, give us a like. Support this channel with donations. Start the notifications. Share this video with your friends. Follow in Twitter and Facebook. Add a commentary. Thank you very much. Let us start. It is the absence of an advanced consumer marketplace that has inhibited the development of advanced logistics performance. Companies operating in such countries, consumer marketplaces often are still engaged in a parallel streaming strategy, similar to online companies. When markets are free, companies often focus on zero-sum games of beating the competition. Although logistic performance can play a crucial role in such games, one must often see logistics related to the category of a necessary expense rather than a strategic tool. The development of advanced logistics has also often been held back by the lack of an appropriate logistics infrastructure. In some emerging nations, the logistics infrastructure has been built around the export of raw material. A People's Republic of China transportation booklet said, most of the railroads in old China were built to suit the needs of the imperialists who intended to dominate China at the time. This nation one-way flow design inhabits reverse or important logistics flows. Uneven levels of development across transportation modes. For example, a country that focuses on the export of raw material may have fairly advanced rail system leading to bulk loading port export facility. Such transportation infrastructure requires considerable reworking or redesigning to be made appropriate for advanced logistics practices. A U.S. survey of Chinese transportation conducted in the mid-1980s said China's present road system, which totals only 96,000 kilometers, is inadequate to serve the nation's port needs. Many of these connection road links to ports are ill-designed for the wheel loads and widths required for the movement of conventional cargo, containers, and the vehicles of the types used in Europe, the United States, and elsewhere. China's rail system experienced a general shortage of rolling stock of the type needed to service cargo movement to and from many of the ports. This shortage has come about because, as the ports developed, the railways did not invest in marshalling and classification yards which would have allowed them to rapidly mobilize their rolling stock. The railroads have made little effort to acquire railcars designed to handle conventional 20 or 40-foot containers. The few containers that are handled by rail are generally the non-conventional small size. It's difficult to implement the strategic option possible in advanced multimodal transport system in a country that does not have an adequate highway system, regardless of the level of development of its rail, port, or air facilities. For another example, consider these comments made about ports in Philippines. There is port congestion caused by the occupation of space by non-related activities, lack of effective traffic control, and lack of paving. Dry bulk capacity is lacking. Most grain ports are lighter and double-handled with large penalties in demurrage, handling costs, and cargo loss or damage. Cargo handling equipment is inadequate. Fendering systems are inadequate in that they damage sides of ships tied up alongside. Custom procedures should be streamlined to minimize red tape in clearing cargo for imports, exports, and for transshipment. One food manufacturer reported that this customs broker must pass through 29 different individuals at customs in order to obtain clearance for the manufacturer's imported raw materials. Emphasis on infrastructure renewal and development. Many emerging nations have a coordinated national industry policy to encourage the renewal and development of their business infrastructures. Particularly, since the demise of communism and central planning, the emerging nations have looked toward the trade nations for some vision of the future of economic development. The aspirational goals have shifted to focus on the development of more advanced customer economies. This change in economic development emphasis will gradually bring about the necessary infrastructure to support advanced logistic performance. In some respects, many of the emerging nations are in position of leapfrog the tried nation infrastructure technology. Consider the situation of Hungary, which is faced with replacing its entire telecommunication system. The Hungarian telephone system is currently mismatched 1920s German switching and line technology combined with 1950s era Soviet instrumentation. If it's necessary to revive and switch the entire communication network, does not make sense to adopt the highest level, state-of-the-art equipment available. Why rewire the country which copper wire and fiber optics are more cost-effective and clearly the direction communications technology in handling. The possibility exists for Hungary to have a more sophisticated communication system than the hybrid technology system now operation in the United States. Alexander Gerschenkron's theories of economic development, popular at mid-century, deal with the advantage of backwardness. Less developed than called backward nations, when they developed, had the advantage of choosing the very last of available technologies, jumping ahead other economies that had been less recently developed. We're going to stop today. Tomorrow we're going to continue the study of the book. If you like, give us a like, subscribe in this channel, support this channel with donations, start the notifications, follow in Twitter, follow in Facebook, add a commentary.